Rafael Nadal has been given a reality check as he prepares to return from a year on the sidelines. Rafael Nadal has been warned that he will suffer for several months before he regains his form on his return to competition. The 22-time Grand Slam champion has been sidelined with an injury for almost a year but will be making a comeback at the Brisbane International. However, Boris Becker believes it could be a rocky road until Nadal can play his best tennis. Becker's comments come as Nadal has been ramping up his practice sessions, with Richard Gasquet joining him in Mallorca and revealing how the Spaniard was doing. Nadal will be back in action in less than 2 weeks' time after a left PSO's injury derailed his 2023 season and almost wrecked his career. The 37-year-old hurt himself during the Australian Open and failed to make a comeback, instead undergoing surgery in June. The former world number one is already downplaying expectations about his return and has admitted on multiple occasions that 2024 will likely be the final year of his career. And Nadal has now been warned of the realities of his comeback after such a lengthy injury layoff, as Becker believes it will be a tough time until he gains some momentum on the clay. He has to go through a valley of tears. He has to suffer a little to improve in March, April, until he can play his best game in May. The 6-time Grand Slam champion told Eurosport, "That has to be the plan, and he has done it before." Referencing Nadal's triumphant comeback in 2022 when he won the Australian Open after a foot injury forced him to end his 2021 season early, Becker refused to write off the Spaniard. He continued, "2 years ago, I think, when he was injured for a long time, and no one was counting on him. And what happened? The Mallorcan wins the tournament. Anything is possible for him. As long as he thinks he has chances of winning games and tournaments, you have to believe him." Although it might not be an instant turnaround this time, the German is backing Nadal when it comes to the clay courts of Roland Garros. To play your best tennis in Paris, you have to start at some point. You have chosen Australia. It is the first Grand Slam of the year. I don't think your expectations for Melbourne are now through the roof. If you win some matches there, good for him. He explained. Then he will concentrate on the clay court tournaments. He will undoubtedly play Monte Carlo, Barcelona, Madrid and maybe even Rome to be 100% in Paris. But he also hasn't played tennis for a year, and that legendary physical form in men's tennis is only achieved in serious matches. According to one of Nadal's practice partners and old rivals, he will be able to win some matches upon his return to Australia. Former world number 7 Gasquet has been hitting with the 37-year-old at his Mallorcan academy in recent days and gave an insight into their practice sessions. "Rafa told me that it took a while for him to come back, but I felt like he was no longer in pain," the Frenchman told L'Équipe. "He will be competitive and win games, there is no doubt about it. He does long 3-hour sessions. That's what you have to do, play as much as possible."